first love service game then for Tsonga. Pretty high quality opening set between these two. 4-3. Henman, I'm sure, will be happy that he's on serve at the moment. It's been Tsonga who's had the early chances to break the British #2 serve. He would dearly love to get a nice comfortable service game as he did in his opening serve of this match, Henman, with the new balls. And is it about now, Pete, we should expect to see Henman sort of maybe breaking the 130-mile-per-hour barrier with his serve?
If he's going to do it today, then he certainly will be warmed up enough to do it now.
Currently at a career high is Tsonga, 74 in the world. He achieved that after his success on the grass.
Very blustery conditions now on Louis Armstrong Stadium. And you have to think that that must favor Henman just a bit, with all his experience playing in very windy conditions at Wimbledon, etc.
Once again, he gets burned as he comes into the net, Henman. And Tsonga looking like he enjoys the target.
Yeah, and Tsonga plays this shot so delicately, keeps the ball low. And you play against a guy who is as quick as Tsonga from the back of the court, and you have to volley off your ankle tops. It's difficult to hurt him.
Very forceful forehand there from Henman. Love to come through without having the struggle of saving a break point. There's a chance now. First ace. He'll take that on a big point. Pretty tense affair, these opening 8 games. Career titles for Henman, 9 of which have come on hard courts. And I guess it's funny how careers go at times. Henman, who won his last title, the Masters Series in Paris at the end of 2003, and you really wouldn't have thought at that stage, after the players that he beat in that tournament, that would end up being his last title, potentially, if he doesn't win here. I think his run through there was it. There was Davydenko in there, there was Roddick, there was Federer, Pavel.
Perfectly weighted approach shot from Henman. Must be about his favorite shot now, don't you think? The backhand return in the deuce court.
Just a little too much pace there for Henman to handle. 127 miles per hour. Well, he's going to challenge it, but I have to say, I thought it just drifted wide. Another perfect approach from Henman.
3 in a row from that court that all landed almost on the same spot. But this is tight. There's no question. Oh, that's not so tight.
Henman's first break point of the set, and what a time to get it. And there it is. He scores with the pass cross court onto the line. And a matter of inches separate these two, but a game separates them now. 5-4 Henman. Well, it was a return of serve, Pete, that I'm not sure that he entirely meant, but it stopped and it caused all sorts of problems for Tsonga.
Exactly right. He put it into play. That was about all that could be said for it. But because it was such a nude return almost, it didn't go anywhere. It forced Tsonga to come in, hit up, and keep coming into the net. Presented Henman with the target, and didn't he capitalize on it beautifully?
It's got to be a nice changeover for Henman to be sitting down, and he was allowed to play in that game as well, courtesy of the missed first serves from Tsonga, and he made the 22-year-old pay.
Interesting now to see the sort of tactic that Tim will employ to come out and serve for this first set. Will he be aggressive and try and win a lot of cheap points with his first serve, or will he get a high percentage in?
Henman struck at the most opportune moment. Some fans standing up there in the crowd, and they'll be hoping they can wash and wear those t-shirts another day. Serving for the first set. Was that tentative, or was that trying to be measured to the baseline?
A little of both, I'd say.
What a run from Tsonga. Really didn't feel as though he's going to be able to do too much when he got there, but he flicked it across the front of Henman.
Yeah, and this is an illustrative point, I think, here. Against Tursunov, Tim puts this one away. I think he put on a brave face early. Yeah, I feel fine, everything's fine, and maybe he does. Doesn't quite have the same spring in his step. he is to win this match, it is going to be with a lot of guts and guile.
First of 3 break points saved with a quality first serve. He's missed 3 opportunities already, Tsonga. Little fortunate with the return of serve off the net, but no mistaking the quality of the passing shot. And Tsonga breaks straight back.
Yeah, good reaction from henman, but totally left adrift.
A couple of poor points, it has to be said, by henman in that game, contributing to him dropping it. Just the sort of opportunities you can't really afford to squander.
Well, that's Tsonga's quickest serve of the match, 134 miles an hour.
And again, he's put himself in a wonderful position in a rally, but just failing with the final shot. So Tsonga recovers the break and then hangs on to his own serve, and a dramatic change in this match over those last couple of games. 5-6, henman trails. Oh, 10 minutes or so ago, we were pretty excited about henman's chances of taking this opening set. Now it's all looking rather different right now for henman as he serves to stay in it. That he's on serve at the moment. It's been Tsonga who's had the early chances to break the British #2 serve. He would dearly love to get a nice comfortable service game as he did in his opening serve of this match, henman, with the new balls. And is it about Now, Pete, we should expect to see Henman sort of maybe breaking the 130-mile-per-hour barrier with his serve. Once again, he gets burned as he comes into the net, Henman. And Tsonga looking like he enjoys the target.
Yeah, and Tsonga plays this shot so delicately. Keeps the ball low. And you play against a guy who is as quick as Tsonga from the back of the court. And you have to volley off your ankle tops. It's difficult to hurt him. If he's going to do it today, then he certainly will be warmed up enough to do it now.
Currently at a career high is Tsonga, 74 in the world. He achieved that after his success on the grass.
Very blustery conditions now on Louis Armstrong Stadium. And you have to think that that must favor Henman just a bit, with all his experience playing in very windy conditions at Wimbledon, etc.
First love service game then for Tsonga. Pretty high quality opening set between these two. 4-3. Henman, I'm sure, will be happy